what up fam? It's Chrissy here on another episode of Chrissy Cooks. Now for starters, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and please share. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that bell so that you will be notified when I upload my next video. Now on this episode of Chrissy Cooks, we're going to be making brown stew chicken. If you want to know how to make brown stew chicken my way, stay tuned. Okay, we're going to start here with some chicken that I had marinated for 2 hours. I marinated this chicken for 2 hours for me, but best if you marinate it overnight. What I used was some all-purpose seasoning, some allspice, thyme, paprika, chopped garlic, browning, and I put it all together with some extra virgin olive oil. I also have some chopped vegetables, some onions here, red, green, and yellow sweet peppers. Also, you're gonna need ketchup. Sounds strange, but Lord knows you need it. And also some all-purpose flour. We're gonna use the all-purpose flour for browning our chicken as well as developing our gravy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my flour and I'm gonna sprinkle it all over the chicken. And I'm gonna go in with my hands and I'm gonna mix this flour in with the chicken, making sure that all of the pieces are floured so that we can go ahead and make sure that we develop that crust on the outside. Okay, that looks good. So now we're gonna go over to our stove where I have some vegetable oil heating up on medium high. Make sure your stove is on medium high because we're not gonna cook this through. We're just gonna sear it on the outside and develop some color. So I'm gonna go ahead in with all my chicken pieces. What I'm using here, guys, is chicken legs. I cut the leg bone part off and I took the skin off. I would suggest that any chicken that you decide to use is fine, but I would suggest that it doesn't have skin on it. I don't think this, I mean, it would probably do okay, but I wouldn't suggest using chicken with the skin on. Now once your chicken is all in your pan, make sure you move it around so that you can get color on all sides. You want each side of your chicken to have some color to it and to develop a crust. Something like that there. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead in with my veggies. I'm gonna pour those in, and once I pour them in, I'm gonna give it a good mix so that all of the vegetables, are incorporated with the chicken. Because I want those to go ahead and get nice and tender as well. Now this chicken and vegetable mixture, you don't have to add any liquids because it's going to render its own liquids. And you'll see what I'm talking about soon. Put the top on it and let it do its thing for about an hour and a half. Now here I'm going in with 2 cups of chicken broth. Now you can choose to use water, it's all up to you, but if you're developing flavors, to me, anytime you can add extra flavor, I would. So I went in with chicken broth and I'm gonna give that a good mix. And that's after about probably about 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna let that cook for another hour, and probably an hour and 20 minutes. And here we go, you guys. We come up with this beauty right here. Check out the gravy. Now, my children like their stewed chicken with potatoes. So I'm going to go in with potatoes. Now, potatoes are optional. You can choose to go in with potatoes or not. But my kids like potatoes in their stewed chicken. And so does my hubs. So I'm going to go ahead and add some potatoes in. And I'm going to sink them. Make sure that they're submerged in that liquid so that they can cook fast. So I cook this for about another 20 minutes. Still on medium-high heat. Don't cut your heat down. And then this is the end result, you guys. Some beautiful, flavorful brown stewed chicken made my way. This was our dinner, so I did pair it with some rice and peas, some cabbage and carrots, and my homemade cornbread. And I went ahead and made you guys a plate. I want to thank you for joining me on another episode of Chrissy Cooks. And I hope you guys will stick around and check me out on my next video. Alright, talk to you guys later. Peace.